In the world of Kayn players, a lot separates the good from the great. But when talking about the Shadow Reaper, who is the best? Is it NV Carry, an EUS top 25 challenger player who demonstrates Kayn's amazing mobility and damage while styling on his enemies? Could it be Metaphor, a multi-season, multi-account NA challenger player who shows what Kayn is capable of in the hands of somebody with unparalleled mechanics? You also can't mention Kayn's name without following it with Karasmai, a multi-season NA challenger who has so many insane Kayn plays that he is known as one of the best Kayns in the world. Though all these players are incredible at Kayn, today we're focusing on Hedrox, a Turkish challenger player who has a 74% win rate in 121 games as Kayn, with an amazing KDA to go along with it, and is considered to be the best Kayn in the world. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Twigger, that of course is Lola, and we are back with another League of Legends video. And once again, this is not just any League of Legends video. We are back with our #1 player in the World Series, and this time we are featuring the #1 Kayn player in the world, and that is in fact going to be Hedrox. He's a Turkey Grandmaster player who's also Challenger in FlexQ, but Grandmaster in Solo Queue, and this guy has incredible stats on Kayn. With over 121 games played, this guy has a 74% win rating with 11 kills, 5.1 deaths, and 6.7 assists, with an overall KD of 3.49, which is an insane number when you think about it. 74% win rates in 121 games. Kayn, of course, is an incredible jungle champion. For those of you who haven't managed to play Kayn yet, I would definitely suggest you try it. Really enjoyable champion that can do a heck ton of damage to tanky champions, but then also can go into a blue form rather than red form and do pure assassination damage on this Kayn. So I'm not entirely sure what form this Kayn player is going to go in this game, but we can definitely have a lot of stuff to talk about while he does his early jungle path. For those of you who haven't watched one of these videos before, I am going to mainly be focused on how this Kayn player plays. How is he better than all of us other Kayn players out there? But I will try to show some other things that are happening in and around the map just so we know exactly how this game is fully going to progress. But in terms of this player, the runes that he is running, he's in fact gone for the Domination Tree and gone for Dark Harvest, so looking for those big hitting, damaging abilities later on into the game. Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, and Ingenious Hunter. And the Ingenious Hunter is an interesting one to me because it looks like he's definitely looking for some movement speed, probably going to be going for lethality. To get a little bit more movement speed, maybe the Ghost Blade into his inventory as well. In his secondary tree, he is running Sorcery with Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm, and in terms of his rune stats, he's gone for additional attack speed, Adaptive Force, and a little bit of additional armor. So it's going to be a really interesting game because when you look at who is currently playing in this game, we do have, actually, did I organize this? I have not. A good commentator would have already organized this, so it's all according to plan. But in terms of who we've got in this game, up in the top lane, we do have a Gnar versus a Jace, and the jungle, we've got our boy Kayn versus their Karthus. In the mid lane, we've got a Lissandra versus an Azir, and then in the bot lane, we have got Kai'Sa Lux versus Ezreal Nautilus. So some really interesting lanes. I think there's a lot of potential for pop-off in a lot of these lanes. Whoever gets a little bit of a lead in the early game, maybe the first kill in any of these lanes, I feel like each lane could certainly pop off. But what makes this Kayn so much better than everybody else's Kayn? We haven't seen a kill yet. He is going for an entire clear, but when you look at things like his performance summary that I have on the screen right now, there's so many stats that he just does better than other Master Plus tier Kayns, which is what this graph indicates, that he has way more kills and assists per minute. His kill rotation is about on par. His creeps per minute are definitely higher, but he has way less deaths and way less damage taken per minute, but his gold per minute and his damage dealt per minute is higher than that of Master Plus averages of Kayn players. So I'm definitely seeing that that's what it takes. Doing more damage, taking less damage, and getting more gold per minute is definitely a big thing. But I think he's probably going to get some pretty early ganks going on because as we saw, his kills and assists per minute are quite high. So he is going actually in for his first gank right now, just going to use that E to get through the wall. Don't think he's really going to be able to do anything here, but right now we do have actually the Jace has come down here, is doing a little bit of damage over onto this Karthus. The Kayn is here with the Lissandra. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to make anything happen, but right now it looks like the Jace was just trying to get the Karthus off of the Scuttle Crab, and that means that Kayn basically got his entire jungle clear and both Scuttle Crabs, which is a very good start if you ask any jungler. A couple other things I want to point out with this guy, his wards that he tends to do per game is way higher than average Master and Plus Kayn's, especially when you get kind of into the mid game. Early game he's pretty much on par, but then you get to that mid game and he really shoots off and then constantly keeps that up throughout to the late game. And similarly with team fight participation, this guy's an 80.6% win rate in terms of overall team fights and a 78.9% in team fight participation. So this guy really likes fighting with his team, and we're going to see that right now as he comes in for his first gank onto the Gnar. He is very, very low, but unfortunately the Gnar is going to get that jump away. The Kayn didn't want to use his flash or anything like that, but it looks like the first blood was given over to this Lux down in the bot lane. Just going to follow this one. It looks like the Karthus is there as well. Going to minimize that so we get a little bit more vision here. Trying to just dodge every single Karthus, but he's not going to be able to dodge all of the Skittles, and that is going to be Lux going down. So it looks like first blood did go over to the Lux, but unfortunately she had to pay with it with her life and also with her ADCs, so that Kai'Sa going down as well. Finally, talking about this Kayn overall, I think the most important thing that we can talk about is the damage dealt. So in terms of overall damage at the different levels of playing Kayn, from Iron all the way up to Master, and then what Hedrox does, the damage dealt per minute is almost 100 more than most Master Tier Plus players on Kayn, so already doing a lot more damage per minute, but also the damage taken per minute is about 150 less than people at his level on Kayn. So dealing more damage per minute, taking less damage per minute, so just kind of goes to show that this guy's kind of the all-round package that you're looking for in terms of a Kayn player. So in terms of the items that he bought, that's pretty much all the stats that I've got on this guy. So now we just get to sit back and enjoy this game with the commentary over top. So instead of going for the Skirmisher's Blade, he has in fact gone for the Chilling Smite. I have seen Kayn players go either one. Really just depends on the team that you're facing. They don't really have a ton of burst damage on their team when you look at it. They're mainly going to be about kind of constant damage, and I find that the Skirmisher's Blade really helps with somebody that you're going to be taking a lot of damage from very quickly, because you do reduce that damage that they throw out onto you. So going for the Chilling Smite means that he's probably going to be looking to chase down a little bit more. And in terms of his team, I'm only making a prediction here, but considering how many squishy targets they have, like Gnar when he's not in Mega Gnar form, Azir, Karthus, Ezreal, I would think this is probably a pretty good game for him to go blue Kayn and try to look for some really good assassinations on people like the Ezreal, the Azir, and the Karthus, just to get them completely out of the fight. But once again, I am not this type of a Kayn player. I'm not this good at Kayn, so he could very well have a different opinion on this entire thing, but I'm thinking that's where he's going to go. But we do actually have a roam just over here while Kayn takes down that Scuttle Crab. Lissandra is going to get in here, does have level 6, is going to use it immediately, going to just constantly, man, the thing I love about Lissandra is that you can just lock people down for so long, just getting that ultimate down, following that up right when the Gnar got out with that W, but it looks like Kayn is going to get himself caught out by this card as he was trying to invade. The Azir is here as well, an amazing knockback from the Blast Cone is going to send the Azir over to the wall, and unfortunately the wall from the Azir is actually going to push Kayn to safety on the other side of that blue side bot lane, so very, very interesting play from the Azir. Not entirely sure why he wanted to wall him off. I think what the Azir was trying to do was wall the Kayn into the Karthus. But Kayn is now going to come and try to get some damage onto this Azir. The Lissandra is going to use that Ice Claw to try to get in towards this one. A nice little bit of damage coming down from the Kayn as well, and the Ignite going down from... Was it Ignite? Yeah, the Ignite coming down from the Lissandra. It looks like Lissandra's going to be the one to pick up that kill. So already we see that Kayn's been part of one assist. Lissandra getting her first kill of the game. The other kill up top went over towards that Jace, but Lissandra now has 1 kill and 1 assist. But we're already seeing 52 CS to the 40 in favor of this Kayn. And the interesting thing is that Karthus is not a bad clearer in the jungle. He actually has a great clear. So the fact that he's getting so out-farmed right now is pretty damn impressive, that this Kayn just has not stopped putting on the pressure. He's already level 7 to level 6 of the Karthus. He did also have that 1 level advantage the last time we saw him in that fight, but looks like Nautilus is going to go down. Ezreal now going to try to chase down this Kai'Sa, but here comes the ultimate from the Karthus. I don't think it's going to be enough, no, but he does get a Dark Harvest stack off of that. So every time you use your ultimate as Karthus, you would at least hope that you get a Dark Harvest stack, because you do get to that point later on in the game. But there's the Ezreal ultimate going to follow it up. It is not going to hit anybody, because like, fortunately enough, this is what you get at these higher ELO plays. These guys just know that they're probably going to have an Ezreal coming their way, so back in a really, really bizarre spot. But we do have Kayn currently taking down the Raptors. Kayn kind of known for being like one of the best Raptor clearers in the game, or Raptor or Wraiths, whatever you want to call them. I played the game when they were Wraiths, but now I guess they're Raptors or Chickens, if you want to call them that. So we already have 64 CS on this Kayn, and the good news is that Karthus did use his ultimate for the next probably 50 seconds. You don't really have to worry about a Karthus ultimate coming in, but in terms of how everybody's doing, we already have a total of 300 gold in bounties for that red side, but the Karthus did take this opportunity to go and take the dragon. It looks like right now Lux is going to get caught out a little bit. The Ezreal doing a lot of damage, but right now we do have the Kayn coming in. The flash and the Q going to immediately take down the Karthus, and he's going to pay for that dragon with his life. The Kai'Sa using her ultimate, going to get in, but it looks like the ultimate from the Kayn is going to be enough to finish off that Nautilus, sorry, the Ezreal as well. The Azir ultimate coming down, hitting all 3 people, but right now you do have the Jace coming down. It looks like he used not even a TP, he just ran down here. Kai'Sa is going to take down the Azir, the Jace is going to follow up by killing that Nautilus, and that is going to be, I believe, a 4-for-1 exchange in favor of this red side, already sitting 10-3 in this one. And you've got another few bounties that have just hit the table. 300 gold on the Kai'Sa, 200 gold on our boy Kayn, and 150 gold on this Jace. Kayn is just going to pick up that blue buff and then probably go and take the Gromp, which he is exactly doing, and then going to probably go back. I'm assuming this guy is sitting on a lot of gold, so I'm very interested to see what he's going to go back and purchase, because he's only gone back once, so this guy's sitting probably on a lot of gold. So let's see what he's going to do when he gets back. I'm assuming he's going to go for some form of lethality to just go and blow people up, but these guys have been fighting for quite some time. It's already 10 minutes into this game. I'm very curious to see if he has his form yet. It doesn't look, oh, it looks like he does. So 10 minutes in, so there's another big thing. I think most people tend to get their form around like 13 to 15 minutes. This guy's getting his form at 10 minutes because there's just been so many good fights, and he did go for this blue form Kayn. So we've now got, like, the camera is going to have a real hard time keeping up with this guy, because when he uses his walk through the, what's it called again, shadow step. I wanted to call it rift walk, but that's Kassadin's ultimate. This guy is going to zoom through terrain, and as we can currently see, look at him just zooming through this one. The Gnar is going to be caught out completely here. He is going to have Mega Gnar, no, but look at that, half of his HP just down immediately. Another Dark Harvest stack being procced for this Kayn. The Jace is now going to run down, but it looks like the flash is going to come out, but also the flash coming out from the Jace. A great Gnar ultimate is going to come down, but here's the emote, because the Kayn is already just going to chase him down. He's trying his best to stay alive, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Kayn is going to chase this one down. He is very fast with his move form, but Lissandra is also here. The Azir are going to get a little bit of damage down from those Sand Soldiers. There are 3 of them currently up, and Lissandra still does have her ultimate, but unfortunately no flash to actually get into this Azir and allow the Kayn to follow up. And while that was all being said and done, I do believe that somebody was taken down in the bot lane. I believe it was the Nautilus who was killed, already sitting at 5 deaths. It's 1-8 for this bot lane right now, and as we're just seeing now, the Azir did go in onto that, the Lissandra, but the Kayn is just going to zoom through the terrain and avenge his fallen comrade, the Lissandra, getting absolutely obliterated by that Azir, and which is kind of surprising, because Lissandra did have her ultimate and her ignite, but I guess the cleanse came out from the Azir and then just had enough to take down that Lissandra. So currently 14-4 in favor of this red side, and Kayn just shows absolutely no sign of stopping at any point in this game, just constantly farming. He's currently sitting at 82 farm over the 67 of the Karthus. The Jace is going to use his TP. I wonder if Kayn's going to make another little visit up to this top lane, considering that Gnar does not have his flash available. Jace also doesn't have his flash, and neither does Kayn, but once again, you don't really need flash on Kayn when you are so damn fast. So here he goes once again, going right through the terrain with the shadow step. The jump is going to come out from the Gnar. He's going to get slowed by the W from this Kayn. A lot of damage going down, and that is going to be another kill for Hedrox, currently sitting at 5-0-3 with a 500 gold bounty on his head, but just shows no sign of stopping. Once again, going through the terrain, but not going to get that W off in time, unfortunately, and Karthus is going to be able to get back here. So another interesting thing that I've learned just by looking up a few different Kayn players and how they tend to build, and also how Hedrox builds. Oh, he missed the slide. The Shurima Shuffle did not work for this Azir, and he's going to be taken down by the Lissandra and the Lux combo. But what I did notice is that most Kayns who are at this really high ELO tend to get about 3 levels in their Reaping Slash, and then they max their Blade's reach. So maxing that W first, I think especially when you go for that blue form, is really damn important. So that's just kind of like a neat little fact that I actually didn't know until I started looking up some of these top tier Kayn players, and that seemed to be a fairly consistent thing that Kayn players go for, is that 3 points in Q, then you max your W. But we're just seeing this Kai'Sa is also just absolutely popping off, but the Karthus is going to get that, and also another Dark Harvest stack in favor of that Karthus. But Currently, you got 8 Dark Harvest stacks on this Kayn, but that was a pretty big shutdown on the Kaisa. I believe that was over 300 gold going in favor of that Karthus. So that's going to get him a little bit back into this game, but already we have the Kayn back up in the top lane. This Gnar is just having the worst time. Kayn just rinsing right through his HP. All he wanted to do was ward, but you just can't count this Kayn to not be somewhere around your lane, because we can just see he goes from one side of the map to the other in no time at all. You have to be constantly prepared, and I find that facing a Kayn with blue form is very similar to facing people like Shaco and Zac. But I'm not going to talk about that quite yet, because already you have the ultimate coming down from the Lissandra. The flash came out of the Azir to try to avoid that Lux ultimate, but that was just kind of a waste of a flash if you ask me, because he had the Kayn right there as well. So that was just a free kill. Reconnect coming in from the Gnar, but look at the damage coming down from the Kayn. The ultimate going down as well, and that's going to be enough to make this guy godlike. Hedrock's currently sitting at 7-0-4 after the assassination on Ezreal's life, and right now Karthus is going to try to take these raids by himself, but I don't know if he's going to have enough to really deal with Hedrock's right now. He's going to try to get in there. The Jace is coming down to give a little bit of assistance. A lot of damage going down. Is it going to be enough to actually kill the Karthus? So Lissandra is here, going to use the Ignite, and that's going to be enough, but the Jace is going to be killed by this Karthus, and a big shutdown going in his favor again. So once again, you've had 2 people now go down to this Karthus and give big shutdowns, and I can think of one person on this team that you don't want shutdowns to go to. It's a Karthus, an insane late game scaling AP mage whose ultimate can almost one-shot half your team, because they don't have any tanks on this red side. So if you're talking about a Karthus ultimate hitting the Lux and the Kaisa, the Lissandra and the Jace, and even the Kayn, like if he gets enough Dark Harvest stacks and he gets laid enough into this game, his ultimate is going to annihilate people. But we do have the Kaisa going and doing a lot of damage to this Azir. Not currently going to be enough. An amazing long range Nautilus hook is going to be enough, and the ultimate coming down from Nautilus as well. That was a really amazing dredge line, followed by that ultimate just to secure the kill onto the Kaisa. She's now died 3 times, but that was a really nice pickup. You need those kind of picks from over aggression in order to get back into this game. They do still have a very long way to go. It's 15.5 minutes into this game, and you're already looking at 22-7 with an over 11,000 gold lead in favor of this red team. So they've got a long way to go, but picks like that definitely help. So we do know that Karthus got that first dragon. It was an Ocean Dragon, but it looks like Arcane is now going for that next Ocean Dragon. And in terms of his items, he did buy some lethality. We knew that that was going to happen. He did go for the mobility boots, and now he's got his Serrated Dirk, also finish off his Dustblade, Droptower, and an additional Warhammer. But look at the damage onto the Ezreal. He didn't stand a chance. He does have his ultimate available, but he is just going to use that Shadow Walk to gain a little bit of his health back. So with mobility boots, like this guy is going to be everywhere on the map seemingly at all points. He's going to be so damn fast. Look at this, 689 movement speed. Going to go straight into the Gnar. The Gnar is a little bit tankier now, and he is going to have Mega Gnar. The ultimate coming down from the Kayn is going to have to get away from this one, because if he got Gnar'd into the turret, he might have very well died there, because the thing is, he does a lot of damage, but this Kayn currently is very, very squishy. So while Kayn was currently messing around with this Gnar in the bot lane, man, he is really going for it. But look at how fast he is. He can do this. Right, he just kind of like goes in, gets a bunch of damage, hopefully executes somebody, and then runs away. It doesn't look like he's going for the dragon, but looks like there was a little bit of a fight in this mid lane. The Lux and the Kaisa both going down. I feel like right now this bot lane is playing just a little bit too aggressively. The Kayn is going to pick up that Scuttlecrab to give them some vision on the Ocean Dragon. I think right now he's kind of thinking that the Ocean Dragon doesn't really mean all that much. Because I'm surprised that he hasn't tried to take the Ocean Dragon, but he's currently just been focusing on farm and on kills. Right now he's 141 CS. He has the most farm in the game, and that's a really interesting point to point out here after, of course, he annihilates the Karthus. This guy averages 172.4 CS per game. That would be really good for most laners when you're looking at decent tiers. But he's doing it from the jungle as Kayn, which is absolutely amazing. And once again, popping off, doing an insane amount of damage to this Ezreal, who is insanely squishy right now. And he's currently sitting at 10-0-5 with 700 gold as a bounty. And once again, using those mobility boots, using that E, trying to get over to this Azir, is going to get the Chilling Smite, and it's literally that easy. Chilling Smite WQ, and he has popped the Azir 100-0 so quickly. I don't know what the enemy team is going to do against this guy, already sitting at 11-0-5. He is now finally going to go back. I love the fact that he just stopped going B just because he saw the Azir and went, yeah, I could probably kill that guy. Went in, killed him, and now he's finally going to be able to go B. He did go back and finish off his Youmuu's Go Blade. Ghost Blade, Go Blade. Let's go Blade! The Youmuu's Ghost Blade is what I meant to say. So already sitting with 2 completed lethality items. He does have the Serrated Dirk as well, so he's probably going to go for that Edge of Night just for that additional lethality, and also the ability to engage and not get immediately knocked back by the Azir ultimate or stunned by the Gnar or Nautilus by having that Edge of Night shield. But we did see the Rift Herald do a absolute crap ton of damage to all of these turrets, just laying waste to the first inhibitor of the game at 18.5 minutes. But while all this is happening in the base, Kayn is just constantly farming. I think this is a really interesting way that you can play Kayn, and maybe more people need to do it like this. He doesn't really do very well in terms of like grouping up with team fights at this stage of the game. But look at this, Ghost Blade activated. Look at his movement speed, 780 movement speed. Just going sailing across the map to join his team. But his team has done so well in this that his team has basically been able to push 4v5 against this enemy team. And Kayn has just been able to take every objective, every single buff that's been on this map. And really, it's just taking things away from people like the Karthus and like the enemy team, so they can't even come back, even if they wanted to. Because what they would normally do in this situation, oh, I'm not even going to talk about that, because the flash coming down from the Karthus' W is going to land in one auto attack with that Dark Harvest. But oh no, the ultimate coming down. Can he hit anybody to try to get inside? No, he does not get inside of the Ezreal to get away from that one. Karthus is going to get a huge shutdown on the Kayn. It looks like the Azir also picked up the Kai'Sa during that night. Now Lux is trying to run for her life, but it is not going to be enough. Double kill for the Azir. Karthus picking up a gigantic bounty on that Kayn, currently sitting at 12, 1, and 5, but we are starting to see the damage coming out from this Karthus ultimate is huge. You can tell what the Kayn was trying to do there. He wanted to get, because you have to, I don't know if you know this about Kayn, but if you hit somebody, you have to hit somebody with an auto attack or a Q or an ability in order to be able to go inside of them with your ultimate. But looks like Lissandra did lose that duel to the Azir. Very interesting stuff considering how well she was doing, but so he tried to hit the Ezreal or the Gnar so that way he could actually activate his ultimate, because if he gets inside somebody with his ulti, he doesn't get hit by the Karthus ultimate and he heals up for a percentage of health. So it's if he did that, it probably would have been an amazing play, but unfortunately it looks like the enemy team knew what he was trying to do and just kind of ran away from him. But we are still seeing 158 CS, and in terms of everywhere else, the Gnar has done really well in terms of farm, 137 to 131, even though he's died 4 times. The Kayn is just going to once again jump right in there. 15, 16 now Dark Harvest stacks, which is just incredible. His damage is unbelievable. In terms of the mid lane, 151 to 104, so Azir doing a really good job there. And Ezreal's trying his best to keep up with this Kai'Sa, 160 to 121. So looks like right now the Baron Nashor is in the sights of this red side. The Jace and the Kayn are pretty much just going to duo this one. I think the enemy team is not any much aware that this is going on. They have absolutely no ward coverage because they just haven't had any time to. And you see all the wards in this blue side jungle, just making it impossible for them to get in and actually get their own wards now without being picked off by somebody, particularly this Kayn. So there we go, 21 minutes and 15 seconds into this one. The first Baron Nashor has been secured by the red side. 46,000 to 34.5k in favor of this red side, 29 to 13. He has now gone back. He didn't even finish off his jungle item because he's doing so well. And I think this is smart because the jungle item, yes, it gives you a bunch more AD when you finish off warrior enchantment that you normally would go on a Kayn, but it doesn't have the same snowballing effect that things like your Dust Blade, your Ghost Blade, your Edge of Night, you have a real snowballing effect with those lethality items. So he hasn't even bothered with the AD that comes from warriors. He's just gone straight for the lethality items, and boy, has it paid off for him. Lux is taking a lot of damage and is actually going to go down. The Ezreal hitting that arcane shot and then also getting the damage from the Azir. The Azir is right now what they have to worry about. Currently he's sitting at 7, 6, and 2. But it looks like here comes the Kayn. They're going to try to get in, immediately popping the Ezreal. And there's the ultimate coming down from the Kayn as well onto the Azir. And there's going to be a double kill immediately. I don't know if it's going to be enough. No, the Karthus ultimate is not going to be enough because the Lux got a really good shield. I believe it was the Lux who shielded. No, she's dead. Not entirely sure. I thought I saw a shield that was on this Kayn, but maybe not. Maybe he just is fantastic. So manages to survive that one, getting another 2 kills, 15 kills into this game. And right now the blue side is just absolutely getting rinsed this game. Kai'Sa is going to flash to try to get this Nautilus, but a good heal coming out from, I believe it was the Gnar. No, it was the Nautilus has a heal for some reason, and Ezreal has teleport. But the Gnar getting a good kill onto the Kai'Sa. Now the slow happening onto this Jace. He is going to try to be chased down by the Gnar. If he keeps on landing those boulders, he will continue to be slowed. But I don't know if they're going to have enough to chase this one down. But look who's coming in through the wings. An amazing amount of speed coming from this game. Now he is going to be there to support his Jace and get a kill onto that Gnar. Just the speed, 780 movement speed when he's activating that Ghost Blade is incredible. I don't know if Karthus does have flash available. He does not, and that's going to be an additional 300 gold going into the pocket of Hedrox. That amazing Kayn mechanics on this one. 16, 1, and 6. What does the blue side have to do to get back into this? Like, Hedrox hasn't even looked at the Ocean Dragon because I really think that he just it doesn't matter to him to have an Ocean Dragon right now. I think if it might have been a different thing if it was a Mountain Dragon or an Infernal Dragon or maybe even a Cloud Dragon he might have gone for, but I just think right now he's now going for it because he pretty much has nothing else to do. But I just feel like regeneration at this point probably doesn't mean the most to this team. But any of the other dragons, I think, would have been a little bit more tempting for this guy to go for. So as you can see, he is going to be maxing his E last, maxing his Q second. And he's now just going to be taking, like, look at the damage that his WQ combo does with an auto attack. He's got 19 Dark Harvest stacks, which is absolutely incredible. Gnar is going to be now the next target for this Kayn. Look at that. Look at the damage. He 3-shot a Gnar, and this Gnar is supposed to be the tank of the team. He's got Ninja Taba, he's got a Giant's Belt, he's got the Gauntlet. I'm sorry, Jorum's Fist. Like, he's actually decently tanky towards AD damage, but it just doesn't matter with the amount of lethality that this Kayn currently has. So I believe that Kayn is currently just waiting, getting that good regeneration from the Ocean Dragon. See, look how helpful that Ocean Dragon is. Look at that, 20 health per second. Beautiful stuff. What could he have done without it? So we're now looking towards kind of the end of this one. The Kayn is just going to jump in and absolutely annihilate the Ezreal. Going to use that ultimate onto the Azir. Going to get taken down immediately and get pushed back immediately by the ultimate from the Azir as well. Going to get knocked up by the ultimate from the Nautilus, but it's not going to be enough to actually take him down. He is currently sitting at 19, 1, and 7. He is currently very low, so he could very well be taken down by somebody if he doesn't play this properly. He's playing a very, very dangerous game, but once again, like, that ability to just get your W off through the wall while you're using your Shadow Step through it is just incredible. But looks like this might very well be the end of this game. Is the Kayn gonna get pulled in? I really kind of want Arcane to get pulled into the fountain just because he's playing a little cocky here, but currently an amazing game played by this Kayn. And to be honest, the entire red team did a fantastic job this game. Kayn is just going to sit in the Nexus right in that little crystal there for a little bit. The ultimate coming down from the Lux is going to be enough to secure a kill onto that Karthus. No! The Kayn goes down right as the Nexus falls. And unfortunately, he did get his second death of the game. So ending this one off at 19 kills, 2 deaths, and 8 assists. An amazing game by the #1 Kayn player in the world. But we need to go and check out the endgame statistics to see just how well this Kayn really did. Looking at the endgame stats, we can safely say that Hedrox popped off this game. With a final score of 19, 2, and 8 and 203 CS at 25.5 minutes, we can definitely see why Kayn is such a jungle terror in the right hands. Hedrox managed to do almost double the damage of his Fed ADC Kai'Sa at 28,807 damage. He also, not surprisingly, took just 100 damage more than he dealt because he was fighting and healing so often. I hope you all enjoyed the #1 Kayn video. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section below what champion you would like to be featured in the next video.